her belly does look fit. Who knows if she's pregnant? I can't call it. Love you. All right, y'all, that's it. Goodbye. Peace.
You heard that right. Jonathan Majors just sparked major buzz after confirming Meagan Good might actually be pregnant. And guess who's not taking it well? His ex, Grace Jabari. She's out here spiraling online like she got hit with a curveball she never saw coming. From her cryptic posts to her emotional captions, folks are saying it looks like a full-blown meltdown, and honestly, they might be right. Now let's not forget, Grace is the same ex who dragged Jonathan through the courts and had the media painting him like public enemy number one. She had everybody turning on him and his career took a nosedive. But guess what? Jonathan's out here rebounding hard. Megan's right there next to him, standing tall like she's his ride or die. And now, boom, rumors say there's a baby on the way. Talk about flipping the whole story overnight. And just like that, Grace is suddenly back online, dropping tear-filled captions and acting like she's sitting on some explosive tea. It's giving less seeking justice and more mad she got replaced, and fast. Let's be real. She probably never thought she'd be swapped out this quick, and definitely not by someone like Meagan Good. Now she's out here posting mysterious messages, hinting she's got receipts that could expose the truth about Jonathan. Fans are eating it up, thinking she's about to spill something that could finish what's left of his reputation. And this don't seem random, it looks personal, real calculated, like she's using this alleged pregnancy as the trigger to blow everything up. But let's rewind. Grace was the one who first stepped out and accused Jonathan publicly. She helped spark that media frenzy that had his name dragged all the way down. Now seeing him getting back on track, with Megan by his side and possibly a baby on the way, she's clearly not here for his glow-up. And instead of moving on, she's teasing all this talk about being silenced, claiming there's more to be told. Her posts? Super messy. One even looked like a direct shot at Megan. She dropped a message basically warning Megan that she has no clue who she's really married to, and saying Jonathan's been lying since the start. But here's the real kicker, this drama's only heating up. Back when this whole thing first popped off, Grace wasn't calling Jonathan out. She was actually covering for him. She now claims she held back from telling the full story to the police because she felt sorry for him. Yup, she said she didn't spill everything out of fear that it would make things worse for him. She even admitted to lying to law enforcement just to keep him from getting into deeper trouble. But fast forward to now, that sympathy is gone. Grace says she's ready to let it all out, no filters, no holding back. She's promising to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, like courtroom oath level serious. If she's really about to drop it all, this could get way uglier than anybody expected. And here's where things really start connecting. Her new claims actually match up with some of the receipts that dropped when the story first hit. Remember those leaked texts from way back? Yeah, one of them literally had her saying she was willing to lie to the cops for Jonathan. She wrote, "I'll tell the doctor I bumped my head and if I go, I'm gonna give it one more day, but I can't sleep and I need stronger painkillers, that's all." She even asked, "Why would I want to tell them what really happened?" Then she said she wanted to be with him and didn't want him to be embarrassed in front of his friends and family. That's not just messy, that's next level. But Jonathan wasn't just sitting there quietly while she offered to lie. He was allegedly encouraging it too. In one leaked message, he warned her not to go to the hospital. He wrote, "I fear you have no respect for what could happen if you go to the hospital. They will ask you questions, and I don't think you'll protect us." He even said it could trigger an investigation even if she lied. And it didn't stop there. In more leaked texts, she doubled down, saying she was going to lie again just to make the charges go away. She wrote, "They assured me that you won't be charged. They said they had to arrest you as protocol when they saw my injuries and knew we fought. I'm so mad they did. I told them it was my fault for trying to grab your phone." This situation's looking way more complicated than it first seemed. And now she's saying the real story still hasn't been told. Buckle up. "I just got out the hospital." That's what Grace reportedly said, and now you've got a woman still in pain, a white woman at that, who once tried to protect Jonathan Majors, now flipping the whole script. She allegedly twisted the story back then just to shield him, only for him to turn around, move on, and start a whole new family. Whew, no wonder she's ready to set everything off like a firecracker. So what was the final trigger? Why'd she stay quiet for so long, only to suddenly come out swinging? Well, all signs point to one thing: Jonathan and Megan going public with their alleged pregnancy. Word is, Megan might be expecting their first child together. And for Jonathan, that makes baby number 2. Fans were out here celebrating, calling it a fresh new chapter. But Grace? Oh, she wasn't having none of it. That baby news might have been the straw that broke her silence, and once that video dropped, it was game on. Just a few days ago, Jonathan posted a video of him and Meagan doing their usual couples workout. If you've been following them, you already know they love showing off their gym routine, but this video had something extra. Fans with sharp eyes caught it right away. Meagan looked like she had a baby bump front and center. And just like that, the internet erupted. It wasn't just the bump that had everyone talking. It was the timing. Because guess who popped up right after with a cryptic post in some heavy shade? Yup, Grace. People started calling it calculated, like she'd been waiting for the perfect moment to clap back. And the clues kept adding up. While Jonathan was hyping up their workout vibes, he casually dropped a slick little comment hinting at Meagan being pregnant, like it was no big deal. But the internet don't miss a thing. Fans instantly clocked it. This wasn't just another gym video. This looked like a sneaky little pregnancy reveal. And let's be real, the timing couldn't have been more chaotic. With everything still bubbling from their past drama, this baby reveal came off like a soft launch with a grenade underneath it. People are watching every move now because if Grace was quiet before, she definitely isn't staying quiet anymore. It wasn't just Meagan who caught people by surprise, the whole internet was shook. But now it's starting to look like this pregnancy wasn't some random oops moment, not even close. Meagan's been dropping hints for a while now. And if you've been watching closely, it all started the moment she officially closed the chapter on her marriage to Devon Franklin. Back when she was with Devon, Meagan made it loud and clear, having kids, not a priority. She even said it a few times like it was non-negotiable. It was one of those topics that seemed like a deal breaker for their relationship. But after that divorce, Meagan did a whole 180. Suddenly she's out here talking about wanting to start a family and not waiting around anymore. Now everything happening with Jonathan Majors, it's looking real intentional. Not long after the divorce, Meagan sat down for an interview where she flat out admitted that motherhood was finally something she was seriously considering. And she didn't sound nervous or unsure, she looked lit up. Confident, excited, and honestly like a weight had been lifted off her. It was giving new era Meagan, stepping into a chapter she'd been holding back on for way too long. That's why this situation with Jonathan hits different. She's not just talking about it anymore, she's doing it. No outside pressure, no ticking clock, just her decision, her pace.
I got a few bruises, but you know what? It's me in the film.
Did you really?
You know what I'm saying? Hitting that blink, ding, ding, ding. I was like,
my final question for you, what do you want next? What is next for Meagan Good in life?
I want to travel. I want to direct more. I want to do more action. I want to create vehicles for little black girls to show themselves in completely different lights and help support that and uplift that. I don't know. I want to find my right house that I'm excited about, and maybe have a kid. You know? Yeah.
Have a child. Have you thought about a name, maybe, even though?
I have. I'll tell you in your ear.
Oh, beautiful name. Beautiful name. Congratulations to you. I'm happy for you, and I'm rooting for you, Meagan.
And get this, she doubled down again in a separate interview with Scott Evans just a few weeks ago. Meagan did not hold back. She spoke like someone who already had her mind made up. No, maybe one day energy. She was on full-blown I'm ready right now mode. What really got fans buzzing was how casually she dropped the bomb that she and Jonathan were already in that stage, actively trying for a baby. No sugarcoating, no dodging the question. Just straight up confirmation that they were moving full speed ahead with building a family. So yeah, this wasn't some surprise moment. Meagan knew exactly what she wanted, and from the looks of it, she's making it happen on her terms. Now fast forward to today, and it's looking real likely we're about to see a little mini Meg or maybe a baby Majors running around. That pregnancy glow? Oh, it's glowing heavy. The belly's bellying, the bump is bumping, and fans can't stop watching. But let's be real, not everybody's clapping it up. With all the messy baggage and fresh wounds still out there, the internet is split down the middle, and one person who's definitely not celebrating, Grace Jabari. Let's just say, the timing of her reaction ain't no coincidence. Some folks are calling her bitter, but let's not forget, Jonathan admitted to putting his hands on her and leaked audio from a few months back. That's not speculation, that's his own voice. Now Grace is saying it wasn't just a one-time thing. She's claiming he allegedly laid hands on her multiple times, but back then, she stayed silent. Why? According to her, Jonathan had her so gaslit and twisted up that she truly thought it was all her fault. That's heavy. And the wildest part? She's not the only one who's hinted at this kind of behavior. Over the past year, other folks who've worked with or known Jonathan have started quietly speaking out. They say that nice guy image he kept up, allegedly all fake. One of the first to throw real shade was filmmaker A.B. Allen, before Jonathan's drama even hit the headlines. AB tweeted something that had people raising eyebrows. There's a particular actor, relatively new on the scene, who Twitter has violently fallen head over heels for. But in reality, he's a vicious, cruel, abusive human being both professionally and personally. Every thirst tweet about him drives me insane. At the time, nobody knew who AB was talking about. But once the allegations against Jonathan exploded online, that old tweet resurfaced like spoiled milk. Suddenly, it made a lot more sense. Here's the kicker. That tweet was posted a whole month before the domestic violence headlines even broke, and when someone circled back and quoted AB's tweet saying, "Now we know who this was about," AB didn't deny a thing. He replied with a simple but loud ding ding ding, but that wasn't the only bomb that dropped. Tim Nicolai, who worked with Jonathan on Broadway, also came forward, and he didn't mince words. He went straight to Twitter and said, "I'm just gonna say this about Jonathan Majors and be done with it." And just like that, the whispers around Jonathan's behavior got way louder. But just when it felt like the internet had seen it all, boom, another twist. Now insiders are whispering that Jonathan and Meagan might be rushing to lock down their image before even more dirt gets dug up. People are saying this whole fit couple with a baby on the way vibe might be a strategy, a slick move to rehab his public image while distractions pile up. And here's where it gets shady. Some folks who've worked behind the scenes with Jonathan claim this isn't the first time he's tried to spin public opinion with big life moments. Word is, anytime something negative came up, he'd suddenly drop a polished magazine shoot, a deep interview about his growth, or now a baby announcement. And Meagan, fans are split on whether she's being supportive or used as a shield. Some are praising her for standing by her man, saying it shows loyalty and strength. But others are raising eyebrows, wondering if she's in too deep or if she even knows the full picture. One fan tweeted, "Meagan went from red carpets to damage control real quick. I hope she's not being played." Another said, "If she's pregnant and he's guilty of even half the stuff that's out there, this is gonna get messy fast." Meanwhile, Grace still ain't done. After her cryptic post, she's now hinting that she might be working on a sit-down interview, the kind that'll break the internet. Sources say she's been contacted by multiple media outlets and podcast platforms, all ready to hand her the mic and let her tell everything from her side. And if that happens, Jonathan's redemption arc could crash instantly. Because remember, if even one of her claims is backed up with receipts, this baby news won't save him. It'll just be another layer of chaos. And let's not forget the court of public opinion. Once they flip on you, it's a wrap. We've seen celebs fall for less, and right now Jonathan's standing on shaky ground while holding hands with a woman who might be carrying his child. So now the spotlight is hotter than ever. The baby rumors, the public image plays, the cryptic threats from the ex, it's all snowballing into a moment where one move could change everything.
I want to be a mom.
You do?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, is
yeah.
that something you've always known, or did you come to that?
I've come to that.
Was there something that happened? Was there like did you see a baby, you were holding a baby, and you were like, uh-oh, the feeling that people talk about is happening?
I think it's more, because even my sister tell you, like when she got pregnant with my first nephew, she was like, I had to tell you something. I was like, okay, what? She's like, you can be her. We actually had this moment somewhere else, but just tell me you're pregnant. I'm gonna tell you my response.
Okay, so Meg, I gotta tell you something.
What?
So, we're pregnant. You're gonna be an auntie. I'm gonna have a baby.
Wow. Wow, you're pregnant.
Yes, I'm pregnant.
Why? Right now? Wow, Caesar, wait, wow.
Did you say why, or did you?
Be able to do anything. That was my response.
You did not say why.
I said right now.
Right. But we have so many
she
plans.
was like 33. But I will say, I think even that put me back a little bit, because I was like, ooh, that's a lot, you know?
Yeah.
But I think even now, I'm just super ready, because I think there was a fear that life would turn into Groundhog's Day. And I think now, honestly, in huge part to Jonathan, because I knew I wanted to be a mom before Jonathan. I knew I was about ready before Jonathan.
Yep.
But I'm like ready right now because I have so much fun with him, and because I know that it's not gonna become Groundhog's Day. I know that me and him are gonna be backpacking over here, and we're gonna be over here producing this movie that I might be directing and he might be producing, or he might be starring, or our kids are gonna be with us in Africa, wherever it is. But I just know that even if we're not moving around a lot, that the way that we move, I really, really love. And the way that we do life, I really, really love.
And that your tribe will go with you.
Yes, and even if we don't go anywhere, it's just the texture of what the quality of life looks like.
Yeah.
It is one.
And trust, if Grace really decides to spill it all, it's gonna be lights out for somebody. Now here's where it gets even wilder because Grace isn't just hinting at one big reveal. She's building a case. Sources close to her say she's been quietly gathering receipts for months, screenshotting texts, saving voicemails, and collecting messages from people who claim they've seen Jonathan's true colors firsthand. And let's be real, if she drops those files, it won't be, he said, she said anymore. It'll be, he said, she proved. But what's got fans extra suspicious is how quiet Jonathan's team has been through all this. Normally, a crisis like this would have PR teams spinning statements left and right, but right now, radio silence. No denials, no legal threats, nothing. That silence is starting to speak volumes, and people are reading between the lines. Meanwhile, Meagan's still showing up smiling hand in hand with Jonathan at public events like nothing's wrong. But fans are side-eyeing every post, every photo, every happy couple moment. It's giving forced happiness, and people are worried she might be stuck in a situation that's not as picture-perfect as it looks. Someone even posted, "This feels like a PR love story with a horror twist brewing underneath." And it's hard not to agree when the timeline's looking way too convenient. Let's not ignore the pattern either. Grace came forward, then others started speaking out. Now rumors are swirling that a second ex, someone who's kept a low profile for years, is thinking about stepping into the spotlight too. If she talks, that could blow this whole thing wide open. And it ain't just personal drama anymore. Jonathan's career is on the line. There are whispers that big studios are watching closely, quietly pressing pause on future projects, waiting to see how deep this mess really goes. Cause let's face it, no studio wants to attach itself to an actor with scandal waiting to explode. So here we are, a baby possibly on the way, a rising storm of allegations, a silent PR team, and a woman who's done staying quiet. This is the kind of pressure cooker that always blows. And if even one of those bombs Grace is sitting on goes public, it could be the end of Jonathan Majors in Hollywood. For good.
I'm ashamed. I've never wrestled with a woman before. Okay? It's just, I've never aggressed. I aggressed. Like,
You strangled me and pushed me against the car.
Yeah, all those things are under aggress.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's never happened to me. So
Because I said something sarcastically, if in your eyes.
clearly it's more than that.
Yeah.
Clearly that.
Something inside of you.
Yeah, totally.
People from Yale to the NYC art scene have been talking, and they've been talking for years. Word on the street is that Jonathan Majors has had a rep long before Hollywood came calling. Folks who studied with him, worked with him, and even shared stages say he's got a dark side, calling him things like a sociopath and a bully. And now, all those whispers are getting loud. It's no longer just Grace's word, it's directors, castmates, insiders. And their stories are starting to line up. That kind of backing, it adds serious weight to Grace's claims. It's not just one bitter ex, it's a pattern. And with more insiders stepping forward, the pressure on Jonathan's team is intense right now. And Grace? She says she's nowhere near done. She's claiming she's got even more receipts locked and loaded, including time-stamped photos of her injuries. If those drop, it's not just social media chaos, it could turn into legal trouble real quick. So now, the mask is off. The baby bump is out. And Grace? She's fully in no mercy mode. Jonathan really thought he could close the door on the past and start fresh with Meagan, build a whole new chapter and hope the noise faded out. But nope, Grace clearly has other plans. That soft launch pregnancy reveal? All it did was poke the bear. The drama that was just barely cooling off is now boiling over. And now everything Jonathan tried to bury is crawling back up, like something straight out of Thriller. So here's the big question. Is Grace about to spill it all? Or is this just the opening move in an even bigger storm? Because if she's been holding back the real bombshells and it's all legit, then Jonathan's so-called redemption arc, it's dead before it even had a chance. The internet's watching, Hollywood's watching, and Grace might be sitting on the kind of evidence that shuts it all down. If she starts naming names and pulling out receipts, it's about to be explosive.